I, Charles Asiedu,
swear by the Almighty God
swear by the Almighty God
that the evidence I shall give before this committee touching the matter in issue shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
So help me God.
You are welcome, Honorable Charles Asiedu.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You've just watched a video. We want to find out from you whether the gentleman in the blue light suit is the same person we are seeing here today.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Also want to find out from you whether the video has been doctored or that's the original video, or is that thing that happened on the day in question.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I can't really recall everything, but I'm the one in the video.
Honorable Charles Asiedu, on the 30th of January and the 31st of January, what you saw happen in Parliament. Can you tell this committee what really happened and what you witnessed on that day?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My regional minister nominee then, Honorable Charity Gardner, was scheduled for a vetting on the said date. So I was here to support her. I got in late because the timing wasn't actually right. She gave us 4 p.m. and around the time, I think the Honorable Sam George, if I'm right, so I was monitoring proceedings from my office. So I recall I came through this door and the place was packed and I was offered a seat to my left, precisely behind the Honorable Member for Pusiga, Honorable Ladi, waiting for my regional minister nominee to take her turn. So we were all there, and after the vetting of the transport minister nominee, we're preparing to see. I actually didn't know the order, so we were preparing to see if my regional minister could take her turn. And I heard, we are tired, it's not happening, not today. So I didn't know who and where it was coming from because of the position of my seat. So I got up and I found out it was the Honorable Osahene Afenyo Maken. So the minority members in the room came together. We are not continuing unless tomorrow. And some of the majority members in the room also supported from the other side that we will continue on. If any one of you side, the person can take his or her leave. So I joined with the exchanges that we are going to do it, because by then 2 VIP buses had come from my region, and which has about 11 of my constituency officers. So in all, I was praying for the vetting to happen so they can go back to the region. When the exchanges are going on, I was still monitoring the minority. So I saw the minority whip, Honorable Anodompre, saying something to Honorable Jerry, the Wejabawe MP. Actually, because of the nature of the room and the noise, I didn't hear precisely what was said to him. So the Honorable Member for Wejabawe, Honorable Jerry, came behind the cameras to where Honorable Akando was seated. So I was like, what's happening? Because it wasn't his position. So I quickly rushed to see what he was up to, or what has brought him to that position. When I got to the position of Honorable Akando, within some few minutes, Honorable Jerry left to his original position. And again, I heard monitoring cable, no, push the table away, it's not happening. And I saw the Honorable Member for Peru West, Honorable Imare Kofi Intekuni, trying to push the table back with the consoles and the mic and others, and he was alone, and they were about 4 pushing it, and then Honorable Emmanuel Intekuni trying to push it back. So I realized I needed to support the table, the consoles, and the mics from being destroyed. So I left my position and got to the table and supported him. Unfortunately, they overpowered us and they were able to...
You are using they. Can you tell this committee who they are? They overpowered us. Who are those who overpowered you?
Honorable Chairman, I saw the Minority Chief Whip. I saw Honorable Jerry and 2 other members. I don't know their name. Yeah, so Honorable Chair, this is what happened.
In the video, we realized that you moved from here to where Honorable Akanda, we saw you with Honorable Akanda, you saw it yourself.
Yes.
And then later part of the video, you moved to this side. And that was when you wanted to help Honorable Emmanuel Nkunidi, right? Ntekuni, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when we heard or saw Honorable Minority Whip whispering or telling Honorable Jerry to move, what in your mind, what do you think he was telling him to do before he moved from here to that place?
Honorable Chairman, as I said, because of the noise and the atmosphere of the room, I didn't hear precisely what was said to him, but I was monitoring what was happening. So I monitored him from that point to where Honorable Akando was seated.
Honorable Bid.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Honorable Asiedu, so what operated in your mind before you moved to Akando's place? What was in your mind when you moved, before you moved to Akando's place?
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. Because I saw the Honorable Minority Whip saying something to Honorable Jerry. As I've indicated earlier, I didn't hear what was said to him. But I was like, how? Why is he coming here? Because this is not his position. And by then, Honorable Akando was with the Bible and the oath. So I only came around to see if anything untoward come up. At least we can protect our Honorable Minister nominee.
Thank you. So you actually went there to protect Honorable Akando in case harm was going to befall him.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Now, when Jerry went back to his place, you realized that Honorable Akando was safe. And so then you saw that there was some bit of commotion at the place where Jerry went to. and you decided to move there too. Why didn't you continue to stay at Akando's place and you decided to move there?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Because I had come closer to Honorable Akando because of Honorable Jerry, and he left. And so I felt Honorable Akando was safe. And even by then, there were some other majority members who also came around. So that was the reason I left to also support Honorable Emmanuel Ntekuni.
Okay, so when you came round, did you saw that the minority whip had whispered something into the ears of Jerry, and probably that's the reason why he was acting the way he was acting. Did anybody in your leadership also ask you to do anything, or you just did everything on your own?
Honorable Chairman, I did it on my own.
Finally, so when you decided to carry out the exercise that you did, what was it intended to achieve?
To protect public property. That was when I moved to protect the consoles and the mic. And then moving to Honorable Akando to also make sure a colleague is safe. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable, I want to find out when you decided to go to the Honorable Ministers to defend or to protect him, did we have the security people around at that time?
Honestly, I didn't see anyone. Maybe they were around, but because of how the room and the nature of the place, I didn't see anyone with him.
So that will be all for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Just for the record, Honorable Member, are you a member of the Appointments Committee?
No, please.
You mentioned that 2 VIP buses came from your region and you had executives on the buses. Did you personally invite anyone to attend the vetting?
No, please.
When you rushed over to the table in question, did you actually see how the table lost its 2 legs?
Yes.
Would you care to describe what you remember, please?
So I got there at a point where the Honorable Jerry, the Honorable Minority Whip were pushing it towards the direction of Honorable Ntekuni. In fact, I didn't take time to analyze actually what was around. I got there with the mindset to protect the table and the consoles.
So just to reiterate, you do not recall how the table lost its legs. I'm just trying to ascertain, did you or did you not see?
I did. Maybe I'm not getting the question right.
I'm asking whether you saw the process by which the table lost 2 of its legs.
Not really.
Thank you. And my final question is, do you actually know the security personnel in Parliament by face?
Yes, two of them, because they took us through the orientation.
You're referring to the marshals, is it?
Yes.
But are you familiar with all of the identities of the security personnel?
No.
Thank you.
I just want to find out whether the numbers that we saw on the minority side increased because of the incident. Other people, other members of parliament entered because of the scaffold that happened at that time. All those people were around from the beginning to when the scaffold started.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, when I got in when the Honorable Minister nominee for Transport was taking his vetting, the room was already packed. So I can't really tell whether or not others came in again.
Well, Charles, it looks like that's all for now. But I have one question for you. I saw you making some gestures and shouting. Can you tell us exactly what you were saying?
Yes, I was saying if anyone is tired, the person can leave for the processes to continue.
Are you the chairman of the committee to say, do you have that power to ask a colleague that if you are not interested, you should leave?
No, Mr. Chairman.
So why did you say that?
Because I felt it was a deliberate action to either delay the processes or to reschedule until the next day.
You know, there's a saying that two wrongs doesn't make a right. And so if you, in your mind, you think that they were wrong, they can walk away. And you're also shouting on them. Are you not infuriating the minority the more that has caused this disturbances and breaking of chairs?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. They were already shouting on top of their voices. So the shouting, the argument, and those other ones were already happening.
Okay. We don't have any question for you. Thank you for attending upon this committee. If there are any other issues too, we'll get back to you. You are discharged.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.